All right. So now, last week, it was All-Star break. It was a light week. Everyone knows around this time of year it's a double week. Usually falls in line with who we play in the first week. Is usually get the double week against the same team. They changed things up a bit this year. So there was a little activity, without a little hockey to talk about. We had to try to make some news. So there were a couple of little trades. At one point, I think it was Monday or Tuesday, Clefbaum just decides, I'm done selling.
After, after just
You
lost
know,
the day and it was too much.
that's it. That's it. I can't.
Oh
I'm
no,
out.
what he said, it wasn't that, it was his stone injury. Was the tip of the iceberg.
When they put him out for like the rest of the year, pretty much,
Yep. It's
um,
This is another surgery.
he made the decision that, um, oh, it would have been like Wednesday night he started selling. Tuesday he was still buying because I was at bowling and he was looking for a player, right? So, but yeah, first of all, yeah, there was a trade that didn't get in quite in time at the cutoff for 7 o'clock. Uh, Nick picking up Forsberg and a 13th in exchange for Hall and an eighth with Daltrey. I remember that specifically because it's a warm up at bowling, so I'm throwing some shots. I go check my phone. It's like a 7:01, and then I see a message. Can you put this through? I'm like, sorry, boys. Like, what do you think of this trade?
Yeah, I don't think that's a bad price for just to get a goalie, eighth for only a 13th going the other way. Derek, who's already in a playoff spot and clinched. So it's not the good side of an eighth. It's not bad for Nick. Not
Yeah,
a great goalie in Forsberg and the team he plays for, but start for
some
you.
depth.
Yep.
Yeah, I agree. It was good. He was trying to get that start because he had Allen as well. He would have had Allen versus Forsberg. Didn't get it in time, and then, well, Allen got lit up. It's a little rough, but don't wait till the last minute, especially on Tuesdays, guys. Tuesdays and Fridays, like I
Woo.
got bowling, and I might not be around the phone, so
Yep.
that's your warning. Clefbaum declares he's going to sell. First deal he makes right away. Capo Kakinen, a ninth and a 16th. Sends Matt Murray and two 18s over to Travis. What do you think of this?
I just assumed his goalies were untouchable as keepers with Markstrom and Murray. I think this is a pretty good deal for Kyle, only having to pay a ninth, a 16th, 18th, whatever that is. It's nothing. So basically just a ninth. I think that's a great deal for Murray. He's obviously out right now, but Toronto's a good team. He's going to get another split start goalie though, right? Him and Huso, so
Yeah.
it's not the
Um,
solution.
I feel like Kyle decided he wasn't keeping him. So he's probably like, I can get a ninth for him. Let's take that. Two pick upgrades, right? Getting rid of his two worst picks. When you're selling, you don't really want those 18s. So uh, not a bad deal for him. Um, from what I understand, Kyle, like you said, he was trying to sell in a hurry because he's going to be preoccupied over the next few weeks. So to him, it was like, I get a fair price. I'm going to move this, right? So um, he's involved in another trade right after. Joel Edmondson and an 11th going his way. Vince Dunn and a 16th going to Nick. What do you think of this?
I think it's a pretty good price for Dunn. He's having a solid year in Seattle. See if they can keep it up because I don't think anybody predicted them to come out this hot. So yeah, you never know. Could easily crash, right?
Oh, they're in the weakest
But
division, right? So yeah, I think they surprised everyone because no one's strong in that division. So they're playing against Anaheim and San Jose. Like good for them. Like they're playing a lot better than they did last year. So they're a little more structured, right? So it's good on them. Vince Dunn is kind of coming out of his shell. I think I like that deal for Nick. Only paying 11th. He did get rid of a guy who grinds a lot, but
Yeah. Who's hurt though, but
yeah,
that's very good.
but
Yeah, I think it's a good deal for Nick.
not
I
a
like
bad deal.
yeah, not a bad deal.
The next one is the one you want to talk about. Uh, Team Ramrod picking up Sidney Crosby in an 11th, my 11th, for Nicholas Backstrom and a 6th. Why don't you tell me about this one?
Yeah. So he's getting your 6th round pick for Crosby. I think it's a good deal for you. Um, I know I personally offered a 7th and an 8th for an 18th and an 18th. And to see this come through, so I was surprised, especially since we know your pick's not going to be in the Bedard lottery. So I don't think it's the pick difference there is worth it. But you know what? It's a 6th round pick.
I think that's what he was looking at, right? Like I said, he was trying to sell in a hurry. To him, like the 6 was the best pick on the table, and that's what he went for. I like that. I think it's a good deal, but I also think that your offer was probably better for him. Now, once I heard what it was, right? But I don't think he got a bad deal. But he didn't get the best deal that was on the table, in my opinion. Uh, but yeah, like I didn't know that was on the table until after when I messaged you, just to talk to you about it. And you're like, well, this is what I offered him. I didn't even
Oh,
know you were
geez.
in the hunt. Like I knew other
Yeah,
people were making offers, but
yeah.
I offered him my 6th on Tuesday night, and I said, let me know if you come back, if you get a better offer, come back to me. And then he came back the next day and said, no, you have the best offer.
Hey,
So
you had the best pick. That's for sure.
the highest pick, but yeah, those 2 picks, he probably could have. You know what? I can't say that. Hey, I would not have maybe tried to sweeten the pot a little more. I probably would have threw in a 2nd pick, but it seems like based on what I hear from you that I got away with a little bit of a better deal than I might have had any business getting away with. Like,
Yeah,
yeah, an
it's
eight,
all right.
7 and an 8th is a great offer, especially the picks going back. But I only went after Crosby. I wasn't even planning on spending my 6, but I'm
Couldn't
like,
turn it
well,
down.
Crosby's out there. Like he's a player worth of a 6. If I'm gonna move it at all, then I want to move for the best player available. That was the best player available in my eyes, at least. Like
Hey, he's having a good year.
solid year. And then this guy goes for a 6. I might have traded my 6 for Nylander to pair him up with Matthews. I didn't think that was a possibility at that point, right? But
Yeah.
Team Rocket getting Nylander an 18th, straight up for Nick getting his 6 back. So essentially, this trade became Nylander for Bobrovsky in the long run.
Yeah.
But good on Kyle, I think, for adding another great young player to his core. That's why I messaged him after. Like, now you have a pretty strong young core.
Yep. His options, right? To see how the season plays out, summer plays out, where
Yeah.
things are.
Well, I mean, he's pretty set on like who the 5 on his roster should be. His roster's not deep. Let's not kid ourselves here. But
Well, I thought he had like a couple of young guys that he wasn't sure of who's going to be the 5th. Or
Nylander became his
taking
5th.
it.
What's that?
Beignets was always his 5th, or one of his keepers.
Yeah. He made
Oh,
that move. He made that move knowing that he's going to be a future superstar.
got it.
Yeah. So I think it was a good move for both. I think Nick was kind of looking for a roster spot, and yeah, he saw a chance
Makes
to get a
sense too.
6. Yeah, what do you think of it?
Yeah, no, I think Nick was patient, right? I know he's been asking for a 6th for a while, and he finally got it. Get rid of a 18th in the same time is always nice too. So, but I agree with Kyle's not having a because he sold Marchand too, which surprised me. So I know there was an open spot too.
What's key for this deal for Kyle is that was not a lottery pick.
Mm,
There's no way Nick
I-
is not making the playoffs. So
that's
he
fair.
upgrades his keeper base and gets rid of a six that he would not have been able to use to get Bedard. So
Yeah, I didn't even look at that. Yeah, good point. That's even better on Kyle's part. Yeah.
this is your trade here. Kempe and 2 11s for Lafreniere, an 8 and a ninth with Dan. Why don't you tell me about this?
Yeah, I want to get a goal scorer, and Kempe's having a pretty good year. I also like the position flexibility because I have a bunch of center only and right wing only. So, uh, and I like Kempe. He does hit too. He gets the gritty stats too. He's pretty well rounded. Uh, Eighth and a ninth, but didn't really have to give up much of a pick cap. 3 and a 2 round difference there. So I'm pretty happy with it.
The only thing I don't like about it is that he paid 2 picks. Like, I don't think Kemp is worth 2 picks. Like, I'd put him at an 8 or 9. So, like, I would have done one or the other, but
Yeah,
probably not both. Probably not both. That was my big criticism on this trade. I think he overpaid a little bit. The gap's not that different, but you know what? That's the seller's problem.
yeah, exactly. Like,
If you don't have the picks to send back, that's your fault.
yeah, but I'm already playing it. I'm not going eighth for an 18th or something. So
Yeah,
that's a big swing, right? So
but an 8 for an 11th would have been fair to me. Like,
yeah, I didn't want that to be the difference for me because I know there's not too many guys that I was really eyeing out there. So
there's not a lot out there right now.
And Crosby went off, right? So
Yeah.
and I didn't want to have to pay a seventh. So and I thought Dan was going to be a little feistier.
Well, you're offering 2 good picks. He's like, no, I'll take that. But
And now those are probably his worst picks now. The eighth and the ninth.
could have been a playoff team if you just would have spent a little of that. We'll see what it does for you. We've seen Travis draft like that before and just do nothing. So
I know there's not a lot of people moving goalies.
no, it's not. But yeah, there was some goalies on the market, but I heard the offers were not even close. So this week, some big matchups. This is what we want to talk about here because we have a tight playoff race going on, and we already watched these matchups for a week. Not that there were a lot of games in that week, but we've been watching these scoreboards for a little bit here at the same matchup. So let's get talking about this one. Team Ramrod 12-2-2 in first place, taking on Saucier Pass here in second place. And my screen is just hiding your standings here, your
11,
record
3,
11-3-2. Why don't you tell me about this there? Who you got?
Yeah, with that Domo upset last week, uh, puts me in a spot to be able to catch you here. And getting the win against you would be big, but I'm not sure who would get the tiebreaker in that case if we were there. But put you on a big losing streak. That's the hope. I think it's going to be a good matchup. I'm gonna go for myself.
I'm not surprised that you're doing that,
Yeah.
but I am also going to go for myself because, well, I think my team's pretty great. So I just love my team. I love my team. I'm waiting for Crosby. It's the perfect week to acquire Crosby when my biggest competitor for him is you, and I'm playing against you. Like, I hope he does some damage this week, and puts a little salt in the wound there. But no, I was going to pick me no matter what, right? So
Yeah, I
go Ramrod.
know. Whew.
Fox and the Huso in a big matchup here in fifth place, 9-6-1, taking on Jager Bombs, 8-7-1 in eighth place. A win separates them in the standing here. Who you got?
I'm gonna give my vote to Travis. I agree. It's gonna be a crazy, like this win. This matchup is one of those where it's like this win is huge for Travis to separate himself from a guy who's at that mark where he needs to be away from. And I think he's actually comfortable after that. So I think he's gonna come out with the win here. That's my prediction.
I'm going to go against you here. I'm going to pick Braden. Travis said something to me today at work. He's like, my matchup's going to come down to Skinner getting the starts this week or Campbell because they each have one. And I think Campbell's just been the hotter goalie of the two. Yes, Skinner was just at the All Star game, but Campbell has pretty much been taking that job for the last couple of weeks. So I think he's going to have the edge. I think Ottinger is going to give him an edge in nets. And I know for a fact Bennett had a great night tonight. So I'm going to go with Jager Bobs here.
Biased there. Opinion based on results.
You know, it's Monday.
That's fair, right?
uh,
Not normally do we do it on a Monday.
it's true. It's extremely rare that we get this out on a
Yeah.
Monday. Usually it's Wednesday. Usually Team Rocket, 113-2 in 16th place. No one's surprised there. Taking on Pacioretty and Rumble, 8-8 in 10th place. Still in the thick of the playoff hunt. Who do you have?
Patches. Nylander's not going to be the difference here.
Yeah, I'm with you. I can't just give any confidence to Team Kyle here, Team Rocket. So, Patches getting a favorable schedule when he probably needs it right now.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Probably get a couple big points, jump right back into those playoff spots. So big week for him. Speaking of rollover matches here, Chris Crichton Crease Crashers here, 7-6-3 in ninth place. Could use an easy 2 points against Try the Beef here. 3-12-1 and 15th. Who do you have?
Who was it that? So like Kyle only he gets the tile against Kyle. So Daltrey a step up. Daltrey, is this going to be the week? I'm going to go with the upset. I'm going to go with Daltrey for this week.
Oh, because I told you that's what's going to happen. Daltrey
Yeah.
has a competitive team. Um, hmm.
Making you think on it.
Yeah, I'm gonna pick Sean. I hate giving Sean some confidence here, but I just don't think I'm gonna think logically. I don't think Dolce will pull it off this week. So um, I'm not opposed to it though, Dolce. If it happens, it happens. But I'm gonna think that I think Sean will pull it out at the end. Fetch me a drink here. Back to back weeks, he can play spoiler. 5-10-1 in 13th place. Could he end Captain Crunch's playoff hopes? 9-7-0 and 6. What do you got here?
I'm going with Dan on this one. He has Copley now. Yeah, he has goalie starts. His
I
players
love
are
that he has
solid.
Copley against Dobo.
Yeah. Uh, I think it's going to be, well, I mean, Daltrey, what do you have? Or Big Daltrey has nothing left to pay to try to win this week. So I'm going with Dan. I'm going to go with the upset a little bit here.
You know what? I'm in the same boat. I have no faith in Big Daltrey being able to pull off those deals. He doesn't have the picks to pull off those deals to get the man games.
Nope.
Like he's sitting at 4 17s and 4 18s. Like your draft is gonna be rough, buddy. Oh, good luck, Dan. I think you have this. Clinched a playoff spot here. 10-6, taking on Clefbaum, 7-8-1. Clefbaum still very much in the playoff picture, but in sell mode. Derek, the opposite. Who do you got?
I'm going with Derek. Just going with the choice. I don't think Kyle has the pieces to do it.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think Derek is a playoff team. Kyle is on his way on the other end. Easy decision for me.
I'm not making fun of Derek's name for the fact that he's saying he's in a playoff spot. I think he deserves to be there. It's just not clinched.
Yeah, yeah. He thinks it's a gimme. So
Yeah.
part of me would love to see him fall out, but I don't think it's likely with this. So
Maybe he looked at his schedule making that statement.
probably he's like, yeah, I got it.
Yeah.
Mexico City Flow Riders, 4-11-1 in 14th place. Taking on Shane lost to me in the finals here, 6-9-1. Who do you got here?
Oh, I'm going with Mark. That's who I would have went with originally. 8-1's a big difference here. I could see Casey upsetting Mark. You're not
Yeah,
missing much, except for a couple of players you can trade me them. But besides them,
I
I'm
I'm
going with
with
Mark
you.
though.
I'm with you. I still think Mark's going to win in the end in this week. I think it'll be close. I don't think 8-1 tells the story what's going on in here. Uh, his goal is to get some starts later this week and be better than Casey's. It's just what's probably going to happen. So I'm going to go with Mark. Oh, here's another big matchup. Suck my Ojic, 8-7-1 in seventh place, barely hanging into the race. Tough opponent this week, and forgot about Dre here. Nick 11-4-1 in third. Who do you have?
I'm going for the upset here. I'm going with Neil.
Who?
Uh, I think it's going to be a tough matchup for Nick. Not saying that I'd be surprised if Nick won by any means, but I think it's going to be a close one. So I'm gonna try to play the numbers a bit, and try to catch you guys in the ranking here.
I'm going to go with Nick. He's in third place for a reason. He doesn't lose often. I think in the end, his boys will perform and he'll sneak away with a win. Yeah. Be interesting. Some interesting matchups this week, some playoff implications. I feel like it's very top heavy with 1 and 2 playing each other. I guess Neil's not in fourth or fifth anymore, so maybe it's not as top heavy as it might seem, but he's also right up there in points, only a couple of points behind. A couple of teams in the playoff hunt have some weak opponents, Sean and Patches. So some interesting standing implications here. Things can go terribly wrong for some teams this week, and I love it.
It'll be fun to see. Every week's gonna be great.
Yeah, this is the best part of the time of the year, right? I
From
almost like
now on,
this more than the playoffs sometimes. It's like, like who's gonna make it in? Who's gonna make it in? Then you get the
yeah.
playoffs. It's like, okay, I'll just win a few games. No big deal. As we're lining up here, as we're finishing up, just interesting fact: 5 of the 8 playoff spots are held by former champions.
Oh,
So
what we got? We got me, you, Nick, Derek
Neil
won
and Derek.
once. Neil, Domo came close. Travis, no, never close. And Braden,
The
nope.
only other champion is Mark, and he's on the outside.
Oh, but did you know you lost to him in the finals?
I did know that. I was there in the finals. But it's all right. I mean, back-to-back finals. I plan to make it 3 in a row, and
And two in a
hopefully,
row.
what's that?
Shouldn't have been 2 in a row. There should be an asterisk on there. Fucking Daltrey didn't set his lineup.
It's part of the game. You got to play the game properly.
We'll forget about it eventually.
No, we'll never forget about that.
Yeah,
Like
just like
that's
Clefbaum.
like Clef Bomb. We got Sean tying in the finals. Like,
2 final losses.
yeah, and now he's barely a playoff team.
Ooh, it's gonna be close.
What a
These are.
great day we live in.
I just want to see you lose to him again. Lose the bet again. You
Yeah,
play one more
whatever.
time, right?
Yeah, we play in 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Trade deadline week. And then I got Patches and then Mark to finish the year.
Those are some hard matches for guys trying to make their way in.
That's the plan.
Well, obviously, but that'll be interesting.
I'm happy. Even if I fall down the standings a little bit, I need 1 point essentially to clinch. So I get that point. I'm
Did
happy.
you do the calculation? Yeah.
I'm 9 points up on a playoff spot, and there's only 10 points available right now, right?
Yeah.
So I need 2 points, I guess, to clinch. Although I should have the tiebreaker with 9. But anyway,
I think you're safe. I think you're safe.
yeah. Thanks for joining me, Corey. It's been a pleasure. I know it was a long time in the works here, a week and a half of procrastination, but
That's all right. It was our All-Star break.
that's it.
We didn't make the All-Stars, and so we took the week off.
That's it. They weren't summoned to the 3-on-3 tournament. That's all right. We're playing where it matters in fantasy hockey.
Well, there's money on the line.
That's it. Big bucks, not like those NHLers playing for their millions. We're playing for pride and a couple $100, like,
And a golden dick.
and a golden dick. You don't see that in the NHL.
No. I'm sure a few
Well,
of them have done that.
yeah, I bet.
They have.
Well, I'd like to say good luck to everyone this week, except for you, Corey. Yeah, fuck you.
Fuck you.
It'll be a fun week, though. It'll be a fun week.
Yeah, it'll be good.
All right, take care, everyone. Good luck.
Yep.